allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you and welcome. I'd like to call the regular board meeting for the Oceana County Board of Commissioners on October 10th of 2024 to order. And I ask that the clerk do a roll call, please.
Mr. Erickson?
Here.
Mr. McCormick?
Here.
Mr. Beggs?
Here.
Mr. Hardy?
Here.
Mr. Walker?
Here. I ask for a motion to approve the minutes from the September 26th meeting, please.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I support Hardy.
Moved by Mr. Beggs, support by Mr. Hardy. Are there any questions or comments on the minutes as presented? All in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Conflict of interest disclosure regarding agenda items. Are there any conflict of interest that any commissioners want to declare? Hearing none. Changes to the agenda. Changes to the agenda?
Did, excuse me, did you wanna add the, sidewalk?
Sidewalk?
Removal
Yes.
and replacement of concrete,
Replacement of concrete.
2024-120. Is that number?
No, there's no 120, okay.
It will be 120.
Why don't we do that right after Mr. Hardy with the Materials Management Committee appointment? And Mr. Beggs, would you do that motion for us?
Yep.
With that being said, I just want to make a statement before we before we approve the agenda. I think with all of the requests that we have had, the numerous requests we have had, and the things that we set up at our budget workshop, we should set up a budget workshop some morning in the future, not to exceed 3 hours, so we can go over and prioritize the requests that we have had and take a look at all of these things to see how they're gonna fit into the budget, what we're gonna do them. Does anybody have any objections to doing that, to sitting down for 3 hours and prioritizing?
We need to.
I think that's,
So, thank you. Hearing no changes to the agenda, or the change to the agenda adding the sidewalk, can I have a motion to approve the agenda with that change?
So move.
Moved by Mr. Erickson,
Support.
support by Mr. Beggs. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Mr. Erickson, transfer station scale.
Mr. Walker.
I'm sorry. Let me back up a minute. Public comment.
Oh, you're right.
Do we have any public comment at this time? Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon. Hello. Once again, I believe I was told by Mr. Erickson it was added on, but the position, I'm just re-asking that the position that we already have open as a staff member who is dedicated to being a court reporter, and then when not doing court reporting duties, does general duties in our court. We had it approved till the end of this year. I'm asking that it be reapproved for till next year. We do have a person who's already trained, already on staff, is doing a great job. It's really vital that we have a dedicated person who can report in court, as we are a court of record, and not draw other staff off of their duties. Today is a prime example of that. We had a couple members out, and she's totally transitioned that she can cover all that we need and take care of the court reporting duties. So I just, once again, please consider approving our request for that position to be continued or renewed for next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor. Any other public comments? Mr. Erickson, the transfer scale.
Mr. Walker, I make motion 2024-104 to approve the transfer station scale bid from GR Metrology in the amount of $151,604, with the funds to be paid from the Public Building and Improvement Fund.
I think we had on there that if I may, Mr. Erickson, $130,604 with a not to exceed total of $170,000.
Right.
So corrected.
So, do we have a support for it?
I'll support.
Thank you, Mr. Begg. Any other discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Erickson,
Yes.
Mr. Beggs,
Yes.
Mr. Hardy,
Yes.
Mr. McCormick,
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes. Mr. Hardy and Mr. Beggs, the next two items, would you prefer that we discuss those in a workshop before we take action on those?
Yeah. I'd say
I'm gonna take no action.
no action on it, right this second till we have our.
And for the people that are the audience, we've had things that we haven't made formal approval on for the budget that starts January 1st, and we've had a lot of other things that have come up to us. We need to sit down and look at total cost and where the money's gonna come from and how we're gonna handle all of these things. And we have a workshop. Generally, we don't have to have two workshops for the budget, but I think it's important this year that we do, because we're in several $100,000 of additional requests that we've had this year. So, Mr. Erickson, peer group contact for remonumentation.
Mr. Walker, I make motion 2024-116 to approve the remonumentation peer group member agreement for Donald Sandell and Noah Penn, land surveyors, for a period of January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2024, and allow the chair to sign.
Thank you, Mr. Erickson. Do we have a support?
I'll support Hardy.
Moved by Mr. Erickson, support by Mr. Hardy. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Erickson,
Yes.
Mr. Hardy,
Yes.
Mr. Beggs,
Yes.
Mr. McCormick,
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes. Mr. Hardy, Materials Management Planning Committee appointment.
Mr. Walker, motion 2024-117 to appoint Connie Cargill, Treasurer of Bolton Township, to the Materials Management Planning Committee, representing the elected official for a city, village, or municipality for the term to expire on December 31st, 2030.
Thank you, Mr. Hardy. Do we have a support?
I'll support.
Moved by Mr. Hardy, support by Mr. Beggs. All in favor of the appointment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Mr. Erickson, the Crystal Valley Dam.
Excuse me, did you want to do
Oh, I'm sorry.
Commissioner Beggs, flat work?
Pardon me?
Was that where you wanted to insert the repair
Yes, he did.
to the site,
The sidewalk. Mr. Beggs, do you have a motion for us on the sidewalk?
Yep, I'd like to make motion, what is it, 2024-120, to approve up to $6,000 for concrete, driveway and, walkway repairs around the outer, portions of the sheriff's department.
Thank
Be done
you.
in conjunction with the City of Parks, sidewalk projects.
Thank you, Mr.
Support.
Beggs. Moved by Mr. Beggs, supported by Mr. Erickson. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Beggs,
Yes.
Mr. Erickson,
Yes.
Mr. McCormick,
Yes.
Mr. Hardy,
yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes. Mr. Erickson, Crystal Valley Dam.
Mr. Walker, I make motion 2024-118 to allow Mr. Jim Tiffany to apply to Eagle for a permit to remediate the problem at Crystal Valley Dam.
Do we have a support?
Support.
Moved by Mr. Erickson, support by Mr. McCormick. Any discussion?
Are we asking him to apply for the permit in order to collect bids?
Yeah, apply for the permit so we'll be able to, request bids after the permit is issued.
And I know, Ms. Martin was here, and I believe Mr. Tiffany said he has the engineering done to get the permit.
Yes. He said there'd be no additional cost. I'm sure there'll be a cost for the
A
permit
fee for
after,
the permit,
for the permit. So,
Okay,
thank you for clarifying that, Mr. Hardy. Roll call vote.
Mr. Erickson,
Yes.
Mr. McCormick,
Yeah.
Mr. Beggs,
Yes.
Mr. Hardy,
yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes. Mr. Hardy, payment of claims.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Walker. Board approval for accounts payable and release of funds, Thursday, October 10th, 2024. Ambulance fund, $2,315.28. Automation ROD fund total, $739.19. Indigent defense fund total, $14,338.39. LOCT fund total, $300. K-9 fund, $109.18. Criminal Justice Training Fund, $250. ARPA fund total, $31,942.06. Department of Veterans Affairs, $4,820.38. Technology and Innovation Fund, $1,332.09. Public Improvement Fund, $2,699.32. Building Department Fund, $20,909.10. General Fund total, $363,630.68 for a grand total of $443,385.67.
Thank you, Mr. Hardy. Do we have a support?
Support.
Moved by Mr. Hardy, support by Mr. Beggs. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Hardy,
Yes.
Mr. Beggs,
Yes.
Mr. Erickson,
Yes.
Mr. McCormick,
Yeah.
Mr. Walker.
Yes. Reports from the commissioners or department heads. Mr. Beggs?
Just one update. I wasn't able to make the last Veterans Affairs meeting, had a funeral, but I did meet their new part-time VSO that they hired. His name eludes me, but he is in place and learning the job. So that's good, and good for that office. As Mr. Heislip mentioned, Road Commission is nearing the end of their construction season. $16 million worth of road repairs, 144 miles of improved road surface. That includes their large paving projects, some bridge work, even some slag upgrades of some gravel roads. They appear to be doing a lot of really good work. If you haven't driven some of the routes that they've connected with road work this summer, it's amazing. I for one, I just hate M20. It's just a long, straight, boring road. So Polk Road to York and in and around through Ferry is a wonderful path now, and rides like a dream, and quite easy to speed through there now. But MSP spends most of their time on M20, so you're usually safe. But sorry, that may be why I don't like M20 as much.
That was a personal experience.
Yeah, right. But I know the sheriff's department actively patrols that road too, so you just gotta watch out for those. But no, it looks like they're doing good work, and they're finishing up projects out in Golden Township between Silver Lake and Cutwater, and going strong. So that's all I have.
Mr. Hardy?
Mr. Walker, I have nothing to report this time. I do have a 911 board meeting coming up next Wednesday, and we'll probably have something after that.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Hardy. Mr. McCormick?
Nothing.
Mr. Erickson?
Mr. Walker, thank you very much. Nope, we covered pretty much everything on my plate today, and thank you, gentlemen, for, letting us move forward on the Crystal Valley Dam question. I think it's very important that we consider the needs of the people to our east, and also the Black Lake question that Gary had brought up, and the Gales Pond question. We've done some remarkable things with parks in the last few years, and I don't want to slow them down. We've got some real gems, some true gems in our county park system, and I think the more that we do to enhance them, the more use that people will get from them. And this boardwalk to the back of Black Lake, Gary had mentioned, all we have is a small camping part of that. It's only about 6 acres, 7 acres of camping. And then there's 100 acres left with a 35-acre lake in the middle of it, full of bluegill and perch and pike. It's a gem. It's a beautiful, beautiful lake, and the more that we can access it and give people the opportunities to get outside, especially on a boardwalk, I think that lake will experience the same kind of traffic that Gales Pond has been receiving every year now, with school kids and knee-high naturalists and the other things that have been utilizing our parks. But the east side of the county definitely needs to get its fair share. And, I think my district has been underserved now for generations. And I'm glad to do whatever we can to make it better.
Thank you. Amy, do you have anything for us?
Not today.
Tracy, anything else?
Yes, I do. So we have the budget hearing scheduled for the next Board of Commissioners meeting, which is on the 26th. So my question to you is, are we meeting to talk budget prior to that? Or are you wanting to push that budget hearing and approval to November?
I think we can meet, sometime next week if everybody's available. Maybe we can look at a morning sometime next week and you can post it.
Okay.
To see what's available.
Okay, so my next question is, when we met, we had a list and we went through that list and determined what the board said yes to, what things are on hold. Do you want me to provide that list with all that information on there along with the new stuff from
The
today?
new requests, yeah.
Okay.
And we've had other requests too. Any requests that we have had for financial things or employees, include them all, and we just need to look at them and prioritize what we're gonna do. Some of them we still may push some of them till after the first quarter of the year, but we need to.
Do you wanna, anybody have a specific day next week that doesn't lose?
Pretty wide open.
Yes, I'm wide.
Tuesday is the 15th, or the 17th is Thursday.
Tuesday, I think that's a land bank meeting day, isn't it? That would be a land bank meeting day.
Monday's Columbus Day, but
Keep me posted. I got a day.
Wednesday would actually be better for me if we can make Wednesday work.
Excuse me, sir. I've got another commitment.
I have a board meeting Wednesday.
Oh,
So you want me to email you?
yeah,
Paul?
yeah.
Okay.
I'll do whatever you tell me to.
Okay. Thanks.
Is Tuesday a land bank, you said?
I think land bank is Tuesday.
Thursday the 17th? Is that?
Yeah, Thursday the 17th.
We have annual active assailant training that day, and we were kind of booked in here, but I'm thinking we could probably move it if we have to.
I'd keep it exciting.
Yes, we have land bank on Tuesday, by the way.
Pardon me? On Tuesday, can we meet here at 8 o'clock on Tuesday? Because the land bank is at 10:15, we'll probably be done by that time. Does 8 o'clock work for you, Tim?
On the fifteenth, yeah.
Why don't we do it Tuesday, the
That's workable.
13th?
No, it'd be the 15th.
15th.
Yeah.
Pardon?
15th.
15th.
That work for you? We'll get done in 2 hours.
I'll have that ready for you.
Okay.
I'll try and get that updated so I can get it
And,
out to you as quick as
and,
possible.
and for public comment, I just wanna bring up one thing. Grant Township, on McKinley Road, east of Rothbury, had a new private subdivision put in. There was one house that was built on it already, that's just under $500,000, and there's another house that the permit was pulled for this week, that's just under 500,000. Private sector does work. It doesn't always have to have public funds to make it work. So, are there any other comments, any public comments? Public comments? Then we'll stand adjourned. Thank you, board members, for an interesting meeting today.